From the Karl Chevrolet studios over here in West Des Moines, but there are so many things going on at Karl Chevrolet in both their locations, both in Ankeny and in Stewart. We need to check in with Bret to see what the latest is.
Yeah, good morning, Bret. We hear the inventory over at Karl Chevrolet right now is amazing. Explain, sir, what's going on?
Well, we do have quite a bit of inventory, but you know, one of the most exciting things that we have is on our pre-owned lot. The amount of inventory that we have there is just unreal.
You know what that tells me, Bret? That tells me you have some pretty darn good deals going on new vehicles. So you're bringing in some of the people's cars and vehicles and trucks and trading them in to get the new ones. So you got some really high quality pre-owned vehicles right now.
We do, and like always, they have to meet Karl's standards or we don't put them out there. And we're excited about that. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest things that we have on the certified side of it is GM gives us some extra money that we've earned, and a lot of the dealers probably just put this in their pocket. But what Karl's doing is passing that on to the customer, and through the 15th of this month, we've got $500 that we can use on each certified vehicle that we sell. So that's a real $500 cash value from GM that Karl's passing on to the customer.
All right, and these are just limited numbers, so you don't have a whole bunch of these. You just want to make sure they get into the right places, into the right driveways and garages, right?
You got it.
And we're talking all kinds of makes, models, price ranges. So truly, it's meant for everyone to come and check out the huge inventory that you have right now on pre-owned.
And it really is, and that's one thing that we've gotten into lately. We used to be just pretty much certified, but right now we're opening that up to some a little bit more affordable priced vehicles and a lot of non-GM vehicles. So that has just widened our inventory tremendously.
So if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle, you absolutely have to include Karl Chevrolet on your search. And you don't just rubber stamp a car certified too. You keep throwing that word around. This is a pretty big deal when you get a car that has this quality, you know, with a check mark next to it. Because at check mark, actually, there's what, 172 check marks? Exactly.
And we take a lot of pride in that. We don't just buzz through the vehicle and, you know, say it's good. And, you know, that's what we're talking about. We just don't rubber stamp it. What we do is pay attention to it, and it has to completely pass on everything that they're inspecting, or we cannot put it on the lot.
Okay, now what kind of like powertrain warranty does that include? That's one of, you know, folks' biggest concern is what kind of warranty it has attached to it.
Well, the certified, once one's certified, it can actually have more than a brand new vehicle. But from the time the vehicle was put into service, it would have a 6-year or 100,000 mile warranty, and you know that's pretty darn good coverage. Yeah, and the maintenance on these vehicles too, that is a complimentary too, which really is a nice feature, Jackie.
Yeah, it's a win-win all around. But that being said, even though you have an incredible inventory right now, you're still looking for those incredibly used cars at this time. So talk about how if people are needing to trade up, trade in, you're the people to go see right now.
For sure. And you know, in a perfect situation, what we would like to do is trade you out of your car, but we're not limited to that. If you've got a nice vehicle, we would purchase it from you. You know, if it's one, and you know, we would even purchase it from you if we weren't going to put it on the lot. So if you've got something that we'd say isn't really Karl worthy on putting on the lot, we would buy it, so you don't have to mess with it.
Really?
And then we'll just take it to the sale and sell it. It isn't anything that we would forward on to our customers, but it's a avenue that we can use to help you out, you know, to help get your vehicle purchased so you don't have to worry about it.
Another service, another added bonus.
Well, a lot of people I know are strapped for cash right now and looking for different ways of making a buck. And Karl's saying, hey, we'll help you out. We'll take that vehicle off your hands and give you some good money that you might be needing right now.
That's what I love about Karl Chevrolet. You guys always go the extra mile when it comes to taking care of the community, not just the customer, but the community in general, which is really neat. Now, something else that maybe people are thinking about too, maybe they have a vehicle and they've been hearing us talk about leases quite a bit too, and maybe they have a bigger family, they want to get a Tahoe or a Suburban. Leasing might be a little bit more affordable option, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it really, in a lot of cases, works well for somebody. And the reason that is, you usually have a lower monthly payment because you're only paying for the amount of the vehicle that you're using. So it goes month by month. You know, sometimes you can lease a vehicle for near $100 less than you would purchase it for per month.
That's a lot, $1,200 a year, Jackie.
That's huge. Yeah. So how do we get to be a part of this? What steps do we need to take to be a part of leasing as opposed to just purchasing?
Well, what we'd like to do is just have you stop out, and always, like, is the most important thing that we do for our customers is first pick out the right vehicle. And then once we do that, we can give you an option on what it would look like leasing for you and making a purchase, and you know, we'll help you make the right decision there.
And maybe somebody's in a lease right now and you're encouraging them to come over too and upgrade their lease to a new vehicle because you have an added incentive for them, right?
Yeah, we do. Right now on the 21 Tahoes and Suburbans, they've got a really great lease going, good lease rates and payments. And then in addition to that, if you currently lease a 2015 or newer, it does not even have to be a GM. If you just lease a vehicle in that category, you get an extra $2,000 incentive towards that. And on a lease, $2,000 goes a long ways on dropping that payment down.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
That's huge.
Speaking of dropping, really quick too, want to mention that you can actually drop a vehicle off at somebody's house. You can do everything online, have the vehicle brought to your house, and you're dealing with one person, limited contact. This is really a sweet deal that you guys just started.
Yeah, and that is exciting. And for the reasons you said there's a lot of people with what's going on today, they don't want to have a lot of exposure. So we can completely make a deal over the phone. We will have the vehicle delivered right to your driveway, and it really is a neat deal.
Yeah, get a hold of Karl Chevrolet, get all the details. Now, you're doing that at the Ankeny location or both Ankeny and Stuart?
You know what, right now it's centered here in Ankeny, but we will also do it for a Stuart customer.
All right,
that's not an issue.
As you say, you'll just take care of the customer no matter what it takes, and you can basically shop online anytime. In fact, you can get online right now. So where do they need to go?
KarlChevrolet.com. And you're right. And you know, we've got a really neat deal going where the way we're taking pictures of our pre-owned vehicles now, and then we're going to move into doing the new. But sometime, if you have a minute, get on there and click a couple of the used car vehicles and look at the pictures. I mean, it has a turntable and takes pictures from everywhere inside, so you can really see a vehicle and everything about it online.
We're going to go check that out as soon as we get done today. That sounds like a plan. Bret, great job as always, man, and we look forward to talking to you next time, man. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy.
We'll see you.
All right, buddy.
Thank you.
There you go. Karl Chevrolet going the extra step, taking the extra step to make sure the customer is satisfied.
Absolutely.